So now we're gonna look at the part starting on right above example 4. And what happens is sometimes the systems of equations are not in slope-intercept form. They're not in y equals mx plus b. So we have to use our other techniques to graph. So if the equations are not in slope-intercept form, which again is y equals mx plus b, to graph them, you must either solve for y to get it into slope-intercept form, or use x and y intercept method. Okay. So you can generally pick which way you graph. The only issue is sometimes when we do the x and y intercept method, you will get a decimal for the intercepts, mostly the x-intercept. And if that happens, then you probably need to go back and solve for y to get it in this format so you can actually graph it. Because you can't really graph it if you get a decimal for an intercept. So we're going to solve these system of equations by graphing. Generally, I will solve for y because then again, I don't run into the case where I get a decimal, but if you want to try the other method and see if you get the same answer, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna want to solve these equations. I have x minus 4y equals -4. I need to change this to slope-intercept form to be able to graph it. So to get this, we solve for y. To do that, we subtract x from both sides. We get -4y equals, we're gonna put the x first, -x minus 4. Then we need to get rid of this -4. It's being multiplied, so we divide everything by -4. We get y equals, okay, again, it helps to simplify. A negative over negative makes a positive. -4, this is a negative, divided by -4 is a +1. And so I'm going to graph this. So remember, this is a 1 in front of the x. So my m is 1/4. This is the entire number in front of the x. That is the slope. My b is 1. So we graph 1 for the b. Then we're going to do rise over 1. We do up 1, right 4. Up 1, right 4. And make our point. Okay, again, from this point, I could go down 1 and then left 4 to make the other point and graph my line. And then we're gonna just label this as y equals, let's go on. This is x minus 4y equals -4. And then we're gonna do the second one. We have 5x minus 4y equals 12. Okay, so we first move the x by subtracting 5x from both sides. We get -4y equals, this is not like terms, so I can't combine them. So I get -5x plus 12. Divide everything by the -4. Y equals, okay, again, I have a negative over negative. Otherwise, it doesn't simplify. So I'm going to make it 5x over 4. 12 divided by -4 is -3. Okay, my m is 5 over 4, and my b is -3. So this is my slope, this is my y-intercept. We always start with the b, so I'm going to write them up here again. So m was 5 over 4, b was 3, and that was for this line, 5x minus 4y equals 12. Okay, so b is 3. I start at +3, so +3 on the y-axis. Okay, my slope should be up 5, top number, right 4, because bottom number, but again, I have an issue. Sorry, let me go back. This was -3. I wrote it wrong up here. So B was -3. So just going back, I'm gonna go to -3 on my y-axis. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. Okay, so -3 on my y-axis. And now I'm gonna go, now I can go up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't, and then right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a point. Graph them. Okay, and then where they intersect is my solution. So this is my solution. We figure out the point. And this is the line 5x minus 4y equals 12. Okay, so the x value, if I look on the x-axis, is 4. And the y value, if I look on the y-axis, is 2. Okay. So my solution is 4, 2. Okay. And then we can check it. When you check it, you should plug it into the original. Because if you made a mistake when solving, then it might be right for your new equation, but it won't be right for the original. So make sure you plug it into the original. So again, the originals were x minus 4y equals -4 and 5x minus 4y equals 12. So if I plug it in, x is 4, y is 2. I have 4 minus 2 minus 4 times 2, and I'm trying to see, does that equal -4? So 4 minus 4 times 2 is 8. So -4 equals -4. That's good. Again, make sure you check it in both. So 5 times 4 minus 4 times 2, does that equal 12? 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 20 is 12. And so that works. So that is how we do the system of equations if it's not in slope-intercept form. We can solve them both for slope-intercept form, then graph them, and then find the solution.